Elderly man in California got scammed out of $25,000 using iVoice technology that impersonated his son and sounded exactly like him. iVoice generators are being employed to fuel an age-old scam that has now deprived an elderly man living in California of $25,000 of his savings. The individual, who is identified as Anthony, as he refused to reveal his last name, says that he received a call from his son, who claimed to be in an accident and urgently required funds as he struck a pregnant woman. The technology used has evolved so rapidly that Anthony was convinced it was his son on the phone. Anthony received a second phone call from his son's alleged lawyer, who demanded a payment of $9,200. A series of events led to the elderly man losing $25,000. The whole event started when Anthony was informed that his son was seemingly involved in an accident, and the woman mentioned above had to be rushed to the hospital. After the first call, the second call was from Anthony's son's lawyer, Michael Roberts, who said that an amount of $9,200 was required for his son's bail. If the required amount was not paid, then his son would be in jail for 45 days. To verify if his son was indeed involved in an accident, Anthony tried calling him, but the call kept going to voicemail. Fearing the worst, Anthony rushed to the bank and told the financial institution that the funds were required for a solar panel installation to avoid suspicion. After reaching home, ABC7 News reports that his daughter was asked to call Michael Roberts. The person on the other end said that someone would come over to collect the money through an Uber. The funds were placed in a manila envelope and handed to an Uber driver. Shortly after, Anthony received another call from someone named Mark Cohen, who was another lawyer, and said that the pregnant woman struck by Anthony's son succumbed to her injuries, causing the bail amount to rise between $15,800 to $25,000. The entire process was repeated, and after it was over, both Anthony and his daughter realized they were conned. The biggest reason they fell for it is because Anthony informed authorities that the person on the call sounded exactly like his son. LAPD Detective Chelsea Seger says that these kinds of scams are nothing new, and the inclusion of iPower voice generators makes family members susceptible to them. The calls and notifications sent to these people also appear incredibly realistic. The scammers are just becoming more clever and sophisticated. They are using social media and technology to craft these very believable and convincing stories, and people really do believe they're talking to a grandchild or a government official. Anthony said that he feels embarrassed over the story, but he strongly hopes that thousands will get the message and not fall victim to these ongoing scams. As a reminder, one should exercise awareness regarding these nefarious activities because iVoice generators will only improve with time, blurring the lines between fake and real. It is understandable that Anthony was pressured and fell victim because his son did not respond after being called, making it important for other family members to remain vigilant over these kinds of events.